Okay, yesterday, not the best day.
No, we had rain twice.
And we only had 2 rows.
Yeah.
It was like everything we were doing was just like, get it done. Bad thing happens. Get it done. Bad thing happens. So today we've got, well.
And I honestly wouldn't say a bad thing, just irritation.
No, it stopped us.
It stopped us from finishing that job, running out of gas, then the rain, and it's just, yeah.
Well, here's what's going on. We've got to get that sled fixed that goes off the back of the baler so that it doesn't take so much effort, because what happens is, well, we actually have a kicker. They call it a kicker. And the baler has this device that's on the back that shoots the bales of hay into the air.
Yeah, it grabs the bales with a conveyor belt and shoots it into a basket wagon.
Well, we can't have Caleb or Ruth catching 50-pound projectiles from the air. Crunch. That's not going to work. So the kicker baler, that's out. Well, then the other problem is that if you just let the baler dump the bales onto the ground, that is back-breaking work, grabbing every single 50-pound bale, then stacking it on the hay wagon.
Right. That's no way.
We don't want to do that.
No.
And what really stinks is Mama kind of is, scared is the word. She's scared of the farm all animal.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a lot bigger than the Ford, so.
So she doesn't want to drive it.
Not really.
So that means I would have to drive it, meaning I can't be grabbing bales and throwing them up there.
Well, you could.
I'm driving?
You could drive the tractor, make a couple bales, stop.
That makes perfect sense.
That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm teasing.
So then the idea, what we did before was Howard mostly, he crafted like a sled that the bales would come off, and then the people that were on the hay wagon could grab them and stack them. So it eliminated like 3/4 of the work. Well, that was great until almost the very end.
Right. It was, forgot what I was going to say. It broke.
Yep.
So, we were turning a corner and it just kind of flopped down, got caught, and it
smashed it off.
So we got to rebuild that part.
But another important thing today, later in the afternoon, since it rained, is we've got to turn the hay over.
Right.
Well, we don't have what's called a tedder.
No, we do not have a
What
tedder.
is a tedder?
A tedder, it has lots of fingers, and it kind of flings the hay out
like hay fairies,
and that way it spreads it out so that it can dry better. All we have is a hay rake, a side rake, so that it will rake it into what are called windrows.
Yep.
Right. So we have that, and so since I'm kind of afraid of the farm-all, we've got something else we're going to use.
Well, the idea is go ahead and wait for the sun to heat up today, flip it by putting in the windrows, and then tomorrow wait till it heats up again, and then flip it again, wait a little while, and then bale it.
Right.
So let's show you the idea we have. I'm hoping it works for your sake.
Yeah, me too. So the idea was to use this ATV that's a manual, so we go slow. However, there's 2 problems. This hay rake, you have to use a pin. Well, and this has a ball, and it's also way too low. This would be hitting the ground constantly. So,
looks like you get to learn how to drive the M.
I get to drive the farm-all.
All right, let's go get it.
All right, you may be asking yourself, well, why don't you just use the Ford 8N? Well, what you don't realize is this beast right here on the back is an absolute nightmare to get it set up properly.
The sickle bar mower.
The sickle bar mower. It is set properly, and we don't want to mess with it until the end of the season. It is staying on this tractor till the end of haying season.
It actually took days.
It took days to get it set right. So we're leaving it alone and not doing anything.
Yep,
This is what we need. We need a 3rd tractor. That's why.
Don't say that.
We need 3 tractors.
Bite your lip.
No,
No,
I
do
won't.
it.
I'm saying we need 3
No, I'm
tractors.
saying bite your lip. Just
No.
do it. We're not getting another third tractor. Well, the Farmall M it is, Mama. Sorry. You're gonna have to tee-hee louder so they can hear you.
No, they can hear me just fine.
They can hear you tee-hee?
I'm right in front of the microphone.
Well, let me show you how this beast works. Key on. It's a 3-position key, so you gotta make sure it's all the way on.
Turn it to the right or the left?
All the way to the right.
Okay.
Then make sure it's in neutral. You're gonna clutch in, make sure your throttle's about halfway, and voila! Slowly let off the clutch, slowly. It's surprising, you were not slowly. Slowly let off the clutch. Yay, go Mama. Oh, look at my girl. Woo! They grow up so fast, don't they? I'm so proud of you, baby. So proud. Just like real farmers, baby. How you feeling? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just bigger. I just have to get used to it a little bit more. So
Well, and we'll
fine.
drive it around a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because with bigger machines make faster mistakes. You have to be really, really careful in what you're doing.
Right.
All right, let me get this thing lined up and we'll get it over on that machine over there.
All right.
We've got the rake all set up. Mama has been temporarily trained. I still want her to drive around a little bit, get a little more comfortable with this big tractor, but I think we should be good to go with this. So now we need to work on the sled. All right, so for the sled, what I've done is I pretty much just reworked it. Same idea. We've got this slide, if you will, that's attached to the baler. And what I did was I had this big hinge here. So I'm hoping that this gap here is not gonna be that big of a deal because I think the hay's gonna push out. These guides are gonna keep it in place. And then it's gonna hit this slide and slide all on up into the baler, or the hay wagon. And we can adjust the tension of these. Well, it's kind of like a tension bridge really, but they're just basically ratchet straps to hopefully keep this thing sending bales safely and yada yada, yippee skippy. Yep, you see, with that rain, hey everybody, with that rain we got, still a little bit moist on the underside, but this is gonna be just the ticket. What we'll do is we will rake it today because we do not have that tedder, and we're gonna flip it over again just yesterday, or tomorrow, just before, you know, a couple hours before we actually start baling, and I think we should be in business. Looking good. Okay, so we got the sled sorted out. We did a bunch of stuff on ATVs, like getting them repaired. You didn't see that, I didn't film it, because it's like, how exciting is it to put an ATV thing together? It's not very.
No.
Now, recap, Mama. You don't like the Farmall M, and I'm so glad about that.
I really don't.
I'm so glad.
I'm sure. I'm glad that you are glad. However, I'm not glad that the sickle mower won't come off the Ford.
It's not coming off the Ford.
No, I know, until the end of the season. So.
Nope.
It's all right. It's all right.
So, we're ready to start baling tomorrow, if everything goes right. We had to flip that grass because it was a little damp.
Yes, there's still quite a few damp spots. Even tomorrow, after the dew is on there, we'll need to flip it after the top dries too.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting, fun adventure. I promise you. Do you think like 10 years ago you ever thought you'd be on top of a Farmall M out in a field?
Not ever. I would have never seen that, ever.
I mean, 10 years ago, that was before we started keeping bees. Yeah.
Yeah.
We started keeping bees around 9 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's just say we've come a long way, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, it's warm today.
You need a mop over there?
I need a mop.
I need a moist towelette. I need a moist towelette.
I need a hose.
No kidding. So anyway, a lot of work done, which is good. And hopefully tomorrow things go without a hitch. We'll have Howard.
Fingers crossed,
Howard.
eyes crossed,
Crossed.
legs crossed.
Yeah. Howard's coming. He said I called him and said, hey, I think we're ready to go. And he said, do you need help? I was like, well.
We won't say no. Let's just say that.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm Brad.
And I'm Krista.
With the Big Family Homestead. You go there to see what I will.
You have an amazing day.
What she said.